All right, real talk. If confidence were something you could order off of Amazon, we'd all have Prime memberships and walk around with super confidence, right? But spoiler alert, it doesn't actually work that way. And honestly, the people who seem the most confident, sometimes most of them are just better at hiding their insecurities, or they've actually done the work to kill off those insecurities. So, how do you actually build real, unshakable confidence? Is it just about faking it? Do you need to be the loudest person in the room? Or, and stay with me here, is the answer hidden in the one insecurity you've been avoiding your whole life? Today I'm going to break it down for real. We're talking about the myth of confidence, why competence is actually your secret weapon, and how asking yourself just one brutally honest question can change everything for you. And if you stick around to the end, I'll share a confidence hack that is so simple. You'll probably roll your eyes, but hey, it works. The myth about confidence. You know what's wild is somewhere along the line, we started believing that confident people are these fearless alpha energy machines who wake up every morning and they're like, yep, I've got this, world domination by noon. Yeah, no, that's not confident. That's probably a double espresso mixed with a midlife crisis. Here's the deal. Confidence isn't about being fearless, okay? It's about comfortable feeling fear and doing the thing anyway. That's it. That's it. If you ever heard fake it till you make it, let me just say, please stop faking it. I've tried it. It doesn't work. You're not auditioning for a role, okay? This is your life. Faking usually leads to one thing: imposter syndrome. And nothing kills real confidence faster than feeling like a fraud. Think about the people who you admire for their confidence. Are they loud? Are they over the top? Constantly trying to prove they're the smartest person in the room? Probably not. Real confidence, it's quiet. It's calm. It's walking into a room and not needing to announce your value because you already know your value. So you don't need to get validation from anyone. And if you're thinking, cool, how do I get there? Don't worry, that's exactly where we're headed next. Part 2, confidence creates confidence. Okay, so this is where we ditch the motivational fluff and talk about facts. Confidence comes from competence. You're confident in what you're good at, right? Nobody's freaking out about how to tie their shoes or how to make that one meal they've cooked 100 times. Why? Because you've done it 100 times. You've earned the confidence through repetition. The formula is actually stupid simple. It goes, you learn your skill, then you do the repetition, and then you become a master, and then you have confidence. But here's where most people mess up. They think confidence comes before they start doing something. Like, oh, I'll go to the gym once I feel confident about working out. No, my friend, you go to the gym, you try to figure things out, you're like flopping around like a confused jellyfish for a while, and then you get good. Then you feel confident. That's how this all works. So start small and then win small. Want to be more confident socially? I told this to someone. Start by making eye contact and smiling at one person a day. You don't have to deliver a TED Talk at Starbucks. You don't even have to have a full conversation. Just start out with, hey, how are you? Or hey, nice shoes, if they have nice shoes, and then move on before your brain starts panicking. That's a tiny win, and each tiny win stacks up. And before you know it, you are walking taller, talking clearer, and realizing, oh, wow, this simple tip actually works. Okay, so here's the next level of this. Real confidence also comes from knowing who you are. I'm not just talking about what you're good at, but what you actually like what you stand for, your principles, your morals, and yeah, your skills too. Because when you're rock solid on who you are and what you value, people's opinions do not hit the same. You stop bending to fit in because you're already standing comfortably in your own lane. And that's when confidence starts feeling effortless. Spotting your insecurities. Now, let's talk about the fun stuff. Insecurities, your insecurities, my insecurities, the things you avoid thinking about right before bed. Here's the cold truth. Confidence isn't something you magically gain. It's something you uncover by removing the insecurities that are covering it up. Imagine your confidence is like a shiny car parked in the garage, but there's just a pile of junk in front of it. Old emotional baggage, some I'm not good enough narratives, maybe a box labeled, "Who do you think you are?" Your job isn't to build the car, it's already there. Your job is to start hauling that junk out of the garage. So, how do you spot these insecurities, you ask? Easy. This is what you do. You ask yourself, what situations make me shrink? What situations make me feel uneasy? Do you go quiet in group conversations? Do you feel awkward posting in a selfie? Is there somebody that is a mirror for you and reflects back that insecurity? Do you dread speaking up at work meetings? Wherever you feel that little sting of discomfort, that's where the insecurity lives. And that's good that you're feeling that because it's telling you where you need to do the work. And guess what? Most of us have gotten really good at avoiding these situations entirely. But every time you avoid it, you're basically handing over your confidence over like, here, take it. I'm not using it anyways. It's time to call those insecurities out one by one. Part 4, ask yourself, why am I insecure? All right, time for the heavy lifting. This is where you need to have a little therapy session with yourself. And the important thing here is to be honest, really honest and vulnerable with yourself. When you spot an insecurity, don't just label it and move on. Get curious, get ruthlessly curious. And let's say you're insecure about public speaking. Don't just accept that and suffer through it every time. Tell yourself, I am not good at public speaking just yet. And then start working on it if that's something you want to get over. Let's use public speaking as an example. Ask yourself why. And something's probably going to come up that says, because I think people will judge me. And then you tell yourself, okay, but why does that matter? And then your response is probably going to be something like, because if they judge me, they might think I'm dumb. And then have a conversation with yourself and talk to yourself and be like, why would that be so bad? And then your internal response is going to probably be, because deep down, I'm scared they're right. And boom, there it is. That is your insecurity. The real insecurity isn't public speaking. It's that you're carrying around this understated belief that maybe you're not smart enough. And I promise you, 99% of the time, that belief that you've been carrying inside is complete nonsense. But as long as it's sitting there unchecked in that garage, blocking the car, it's blocking the car, it's running the show. So every time you hit an insecurity, ask yourself why, like a 5-year-old, until you hit that real root. Keep going. And sometimes you have to ask yourself more than 5 times, but that's okay. That is what you work on. If it's a skill issue, that's easy. Learn the skill. If it's a self-image issue, that's easy. Change that belief and actively do things to change your self-image. If it's just outdated emotional baggage, honestly, pack it up and ship it out. Confidence is not about having all the answers. It's about being brave enough to ask yourself the right questions over and over again. Conclusion. So here's the truth no one told you when you were busy Googling how to be confident. You don't need to be more confident. You need to become competent at the things that scare you. Honestly, you just need to turn those insecurities into a personal hit list or personal to-do list and start knocking them down one by one. And that simple hack I promised, here it is. Do one uncomfortable thing every single day. I don't care if it's saying hi to a stranger or standing up straighter when you walk into a room. Confidence isn't a light switch, it's a muscle. And trust me, the more you work at it, the less you'll even recognize the insecure version of yourself. If this hits home, hit that like button so YouTube knows we're out here building legends, not just cat videos. Because I have so many cat videos on here. And hey, subscribe because you've got way more power in you than you think, and I'm here to help you find it. Okay, bye guys.